us understand that this is the single lane road which is having two-way traffic. A and B are moving in this direction. C is coming from the opposite direction. Vehicle A is having higher speed. Vehicle B is having lower speed than vehicle A, and vehicle C is traveling from the opposite direction. Now, as the speed of vehicle A is quite higher and vehicle B's speed is quite lesser, the driver of vehicle A will think to overtake vehicle B. So what happens during the time that is consumed while thinking by driver of vehicle A that he will take overtake B, he has covered certain distance and he reaches from this point to this point, and this is point A1. Now, if he reaches at this point and if he does not overtake vehicle B, then there will be accident between A1 and B. So he has to overtake vehicle B. So what he will do? This is the distance between A1 and B, that is called as S, that is the safe distance, and that is called as spacing of vehicle. Now the A will overtake B and will reach at the point A3. During that time the B was also moving at the slow speed, so he will also cover certain distance and he will cover the distance B and will reach at the point B1. And the B stands for distance traveled by the slow moving vehicle. Fine. Now we are assuming that the distance between B1 and A3 is same as the distance between A1 and B. So it will also be S, means spacing of the vehicle. So here the distance between A1 and B and B1 and A3 are same, that is assumed as S. And the distance traveled by the slow moving vehicle is kept as B. Now while all these things happen, vehicle C also travels because it is also traveling in the opposite direction and it reaches at this point. Now the distance between A and A1 is called as D1. D1 stands for the distance between A and A1, means the distance covered by the fast moving vehicle. Now A1 and A3 distance is called as D2. And this D2 means distance traveled between A1 and A3, means distance traveled by the fast moving vehicle while he is overtaking and consuming the time capital. And the distance covered by C to reach the point C1 is called as D3, and D3 stands for distance between C and C3, means it is the distance covered by the vehicle which is coming from the opposite direction in the time capital. So we have to calculate the value of D1, value of D2 and D3, and after summing up all this value, we will have the final value of overtaking side distance. That is what we are going to cover. Fine? Understood? Okay. Now let us first understand the definition. Now you will be able to understand the definition more efficiently. That the minimum distance open to the vision of the driver of the vehicle intending to overtake slow moving vehicle with the safety against the traffic of opposite direction is known as OST. It is the distance measured along the center of the road which a driver with his eye level 1.2 meter above the road surface can see the top of the object 1.2 meter above the road surface. And we have to calculate the value of D1, D2 and D3, and summing up of the value we will get the parameter of overtaking side distance. So let us understand the concept thoroughly. This is what we have observed, that D1 is the distance between A and A1. D2 is the distance between A1 and A3, that is the summation of S plus B plus S. And D3 is the distance between C and C1. This is A and A1. Ultimately, we have to calculate the value of D1 and then D2. D2 means 2S plus B, and D3, that is also another distance. And if we calculate all these values and add these values, then we will be able to get the value of D1, D2 and D3, ultimately the OST value. So, the first thing is that the basic equation is D1 plus D2 plus D3 is equal to OST. Now the D2 can be divided into three parts, S plus B. So that will be 2S plus B. Now there is an empirical formula which is provided by Indian Road Congress that the equation for this S will be 0.7 VB plus 6. Now what is the meaning of VB and what is the meaning of this B? This S means 0.7 VB plus 6 and this B means small vb into capital T. Now let us understand the particular notations that this VB stands for the speed of slow moving vehicle, which should be in meter per second. This capital T means it is the overtaking time by the overtaking vehicle, means by the vehicle A. And sometimes A will also be given, that is the acceleration of overtaking vehicle, which will be meter per second square. If the value of A is not given, then you can consider it as 0.99 meter per second square. This will be useful in the example. And if given in kmph, then we have to convert that value in meter per second square by divided by 3.6. So I repeat it once again. Let us revise this slide that this D2 means 2S plus B. This S means 0.7 VB plus 6. This VB means speed of overtaken vehicle or speed of slow moving vehicle. Now it is about B. So this B stands for small vb into capital T. This small vb is again this speed of slow moving vehicle which will be given, and this T will also be given. If not given, then there is the equation of T that I am going to narrate, and the equation for T is under root 4s by A that I will narrate in the next slide. This T is the overtaking time. If not given, then we can calculate. So this is all about D2. Now we have two components left, that is D1 and D3. So the equation for D1 is small vb into small d. See, this is small d. So this is the reaction time that we have learned in the PIV theory. This is 2.5 seconds as per IRC. Sometimes it is also taken between 2.2 to 2.5 seconds. And this VB all know. VB means the speed of slow moving vehicle that we have taken till date. So these are the notations. So it is about, we have learned about D2, we have learned about T1. Now there is one more thing that we need to learn, that is about D3. D3 means small v into T. Now this small v means the speed of overtaking vehicle, not overtaken. If it is overtaken or slow moving, that will be having VB. But this is V. So this is the speed of overtaking vehicle, but it should be meter per second. So it should be converted by divided kmph by 3.6. And this T is the overtaking time. Now this T is the equation of under root 4s by A, that you need to have complete understanding. So this is how we can calculate all the values. The equation for D1 plus D2 plus D3, the equation for D1 will be VB into T. This D2 will be, what was the equation for D2? What was the equation for D2? That was B plus 2S. Now there is an equation for this B also. See, this is the equation. B means VB into T and S means 0.7 VB plus 6. So it will be like this. Let us do one thing. Let us understand the concepts once again. So we have understood that D1 stands for VB into T, that T stands for 2.5, VB means slow moving vehicle. D3 stands for small v into T, here T means under root 4s by A. This A we will have to take 0.99 meter per second square, and S you will take at 0.7 VB plus 6. Now D2 stands for 2S plus B, where 2 stands for 2, S stands for 0.7 VB plus 6, and B equation is VB into capital T. This T means under root 4S by A that I have already narrated. And while adding all this value, you will be able to get the total value of OHT. So OSD is the summation of D1 plus D2 plus D3, but there are two conditions that we need to understand. First is that if it is one-way traffic, means there is no cross-moving vehicle is there, then we do not need to add D3 value, because D3 was the distance covered by C to C1. But if C because vehicle is also not there, then there is no need of D3. So it will be D1 plus D2. But if two-way traffic is there, then we have to consider the value of D3 also. So it will be D1 plus D2 plus D3, just like we have understood in the previous slide. Now, the another important thing is about the overtaking zone. You might have observed number of times while traveling on the highways that this is the overtaking zone, or overtaking may permitted, overtaking may not permitted. So how it is defined? So let me tell you that for fast moving vehicles on highway, overtaking opportunity must be given at frequent intervals. So the zones where this kind of opportunities are provided, these zones are called as overtaking zones. It is desirable to construct the highways in such a way that sufficient length of the road is visible ahead to the driver for the safe overtaking. Let us understand this concept. The overtaking side distance and the pavement width should be sufficient for the safe overtaking operation. So before overtaking zone starts, there must be a signpost or informatory post that should inform us that okay, you can take overtake or you cannot overtake from this point. So the signpost, read from this line, that signpost should be installed at sufficient distance ahead in advance to indicate the start of overtaking zone. The distance may be D1 plus D2 for one way, as I have already narrated, and D1 plus D2 plus D3 for two-way routes. Similarly, the end of overtaking zone says that okay, from this point the overtaking is not permitted. That should also be indicated by suitable signpost, and it should also be installed at certain distance above. Let us assume that if this is the overtaking zone where a driver is permitted for taking for considering the overtaking operation, one signpost should be provided over here, SP1, that okay, after this much meters or this many meters, overtaking may be permitted. And after the ending of overtaking zone, the signpost should also be indicating over here that okay, this is the end of the overtaking zone. Means this is the overtaking zone, this SP1 means overtaking signpost which indicates overtaking start, and SP2 means end of overtaking zone, or SP1 once again. And the distance between this signpost to this overtaking zone is 1 OSD. So before the overtaking zone, up to the distance of overtaking side distance OSD that we have calculated, the signpost should be placed over here. So it should be like this. Now, what is the length of this overtaking zone? So let us discuss that. The minimum length of this overtaking zone, this whole overtaking zone, should be 3 into D1 plus D2 if it is the one-way road. And if it is two-way road, then it should be 5 into D1 plus D2 plus D3. So it should be 3 to 5 times of OSD. So this is the overtaking zone. This is the signpost, and the distance between this signpost and the starting of overtaking zone should be equal to OSD. OSD, and this is of 3 to 5 times of OSD. So this is all about overtaking side distance, overtaking zones. In next session, we will learn to calculate the examples of overtaking zones. I hope you understood the concept thoroughly. Thank you so much. And I would like to narrate one more thing, that this 5 time zone is much desirable so that the safe overtaking operation should be conducted. Thank you so much.